Hello everybody. Not sure what's going on with the camera. Let's take a look here. Alright. There we go. Good old red screen. Doing how we do. Locked and loaded. We are ready to go. Alright. So just move my placemat here. Just higher. Get that focus in. Beauty. All right. So let's just start from taking off the charts, and actually I can delete some of these. Well, we'll take a look in a minute. First off, let's see, is there any news on the day? Nothing really too important till 10, but our trading time is finished at 10 anyways, right? So not too worried about that. But it could mean we may not have a lot of movement now that we've had a sell-off during the night. So let's take a look at the weekly. Again, it kind of sucks. It's as I suspected. I've been calling 1730 as a target, 1725 actually to be exact, in the group. Into this zone here, right? So, it is what it is. But how do you do the color here? So yeah, I've been calling this zone for a while now. Okay. Just delete these. So 1725 has been a target for sure. And it looks like we're going to get down here. So let's just see how can we get the continuation, right? So weekly, we know what's going on. I think we can even get into the 1700s flat area. Looks like a pretty good area. A lot of rejection here, so it could flip at any moment. That's the other key thing to remember. We don't know if it's going to break this zone and continue to fill this wick, or are we going to respect it and see a huge jump off from here, right? So there's a lot of possibilities. But let's take a look at the 4 hour, all right? 4 hour, you can see for the last 2 days, there was definitely some moves. Slight uptrend. You have this trend line. If you just do that, boom. Broke, retested, gone. And it's actually pretty clear on the 1 hour, especially if you throw something like that on. Again, I don't use trend lines as like a be-all, end-all. Like, they're not something I really care for, but they can be useful in some instances. Taking off all the smaller time frame zones that I had. The gray ones are all 4 hour zones, so I will take this one off because it was not as significant. It's more of an area, right? You can see where this is the area sold, this is the area we bought, this is the area we sold, this is the area we sold again, right? So this kind of zone. But yeah, so you can see in the 1 hour throughout the night, I actually was up at 1 a.m. Eastern my time, and I did see this kind of break under. I wasn't sure though, because you still have a lot of support to the left, but as you're breaking through, you could take a order and write it down. But I'm sleeping during that time, so that's not for me. So let's see what we can focus on in today's session. 8 o'clock just started. It opened with no wick up. Yeah, so I'm not seeing anything right off the bat right now. And yeah, we don't know if this 4 hour is going to close up here. We don't know if it's just going to continue. I don't think 8 o'clock will be doing too much today, if I'm completely honest. I think it may be setting up for 9:30. A lot of times a nice move happens around then. If you go into the 30-minute, as you see yesterday, same concept. Where were we? Yeah. Yesterday we talked about this buy up through here, but I was really looking for the sell, which didn't play out long term as far as like on the day, but if you just held it, I think you would have been fine. But after this close, this 10 a.m. close here, take a sell, stops above, and you could ride it out, and now we'd be down here if you didn't put stops break even, I guess. throughout the day. But yeah, I don't think I can see something more. First of all, I want to get this. Let's just remark up the daily zone to be a bit more precise. All right, we want that tight on the bodies, and I'm gonna just take the smallest wick, because of course we know about this wick and this wick, but right now they're not as much of interest to me. All right, let's go into 4 hour. Okay. Trying to see. Okay, so this is a zone here. Yeah, I'm not so sure if this zone's really valid anymore. I do still love this one up here. I'm gonna leave that for now. And again, you know, we have this one up here, which is a very significant zone from before. So we are reaching. You know, I don't see why we shouldn't be able to reach another. Plenty of pips to be got here. 75 pips, right? So I don't see why we can't reach that some point this week, today, tomorrow, I'm not sure. But let's go from 1 hour and break it down a little, all right? So now what I'm seeing, as we look through here, there's this zone here that it broke. As you can see, it tried to respect this zone. What is this, 1740 to 1742. So twice it's bounced off this zone. And attempted to here this morning during London Open, tried to make a push up, but as soon as this 4 a.m. close, you can pretty much take a sell off of that. A bit of a weaker confirmation, but I mean it did engulf both candles bodies, right? So I guess this would have been a better confirmation, the 5 a.m. or even as the breakthrough, you take the sell with that. Something on the break, as soon as it starts to get under. And you could do something. So about a 20 pip risk and you'd be up 70 so far on the night, on the day. So anyways, right now what I'm seeing is maybe we can get a pull up into this area. Let's look in the 2 hour here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not sure if it'll be during this session. We are trending quite heavily under the EMA on most time frames. So usually gold likes to see a pullback. You know, if you look just in history, you get a huge downtrend, you get a pullback above the EMA. So it's very common to, I would not be surprised yet, to flip. And, you know, I could see gold coming up anywhere between about 30 pips to about 60, 70 pips, depending on where it wants to release pressure to. But I think as long as we stay within this area and don't go too much higher, we can continue the sell off. And actually, let's see if we can look for yeah, okay. So yeah, as of right now, we do have this minor support created from 7:30 and 7. It's created a bit of support. Same in the hourly. Now it's created support. Bearish, bullish. So right now we're in a spot where nothing is confirmed in what we're doing, right? It's like looking here how we had a confirmation. Now we got to wait for this 8 o'clock to close bearish. So if it closes bullish, then, you know, it's kind of invalid. We're waiting for another bearish close, especially on the 30 or something as well. So as of right now, we have two kind of options. What we're looking for. A retrace up to here, wait for a bearish and bullish close to make a new lower high on, I would like it on the 30 or so, and we can take it downtrend trade. Or we can see a continuation break through this zone and we just take it that way. Again, heavily bearish on my bias. I'm not really looking for buys. If I take a buy, it would be a very small, quick buy, but it's so risky with gold because it doesn't always have to do a pullback. It could just continue down from here because we do have a bullish bearish here, right? From the half an hour close. But we also have it as a 30-minute bullish close. So it may just consolidate a little bit in here until we get some news, maybe? I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Yeah, this is a waiting game right now, guys. There's not too much. So yeah, let's just see what's gonna happen here. Let's take a look at a GJ chart. Huge sell-off during the night. What is that? Damn, 100 pips, baby. Nice. Yeah, now we're into this zone here. Yeah, what a crazy turnaround. I remember looking at it last night and it was up here. Wild. Yeah, we're getting to this zone now. Maybe a retrace up and then a continuation. Kind of what gold's doing, I guess. I think most pairs had a sell-off during the evening. In London session. Yeah. Oh, EJ's somehow trending up. Interesting. So that it's not a JPY strength. Oh, looks like Euro just got strong. Okay. UJ. UJ is the ultimate trender. Look at that, man. If you look in the 1 hour early. Wow. 1 hour time frame just shows how. So it's not a lot of pips. I bet this is like 100 pips. No, okay, 200. I did not look at the numbers. But just, wow. Okay. So, I mean, again, UJ correlates with gold, like inverse correlation. But it's not just, oh, UJ's going up, let me just take a sell. But it does heavily, I think impact it enough to the fact that if gold shows a setup for a sell, I'm definitely, it's just an extra confluence. I'm down to take that sell, knowing that UJ is just trending up hard as well, right? So, yeah, let's see at least for this first 15-minute candle closes. Right now, it looks like it's not doing too much. I am gonna go to the washroom, so I'll be right back. Just gonna throw up a little text for you guys, for the homies. Can I change the color of this thing? How do you change the color of this thing? Ah, here we go. Color. Let's make it nice and green for the bulls. The bulls in the room. Alright. I'll be right back. What did I say? Look at that. Okay, 15-minute closed. My cat's going wild. Where is she? Kitty cat. Hi. Oh. Someone let me pick her up. Alright. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. GJ still falling like a knife. Gold. So, we got the 15 bullish close here, and then an immediate spike up. Let's take a look at the 5 structure. Okay. Yeah. Double bottomed out. So 30, yep. Okay. Everything's correlating pretty well. I'm gonna take the arrows and move them just a little bit over. So they're just ideas, you know, they're not exactly what I'm gonna do. It's just more of like you wanna try to make a plan, you wanna map it out where you might be going, what you're looking for. So this 15, if this 15 closes bearish, I'm pretty inclined to take a buy, or sorry, a sell. That would mean this is a very weak 30-minute candle, and as long as we put the stops above this 15, I don't see why we should have a problem. Again, I don't know if that's really happening. Looking at the 5, it looks like we're gonna push up into the 40s almost. Yeah, here we go. All right. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to wait for this 30 to close and go from there, see what's going on. Now, for those of you who might be wondering what the hell this is, it's just a resistance band. If you ever get a little bit stressed out from the trading, just do a couple, you know, oh, she's going, eh? Do a couple moves. Oh yeah, you'll probably take the washroom off. Beauty. Absolute beauty. Yeah, this is just a waiting game, guys. There's not much you can do, really. Just wait for candles to close. Definitely. Wow, look at that 5-minute rejection. Is that a 30 pip rejection? 20 pip, or yeah, 20 pip rejection? Damn. Wow. That's gold for you, man. It can do some things to you. If this 5-minute closes like this, that's a pretty nice rejection. Again, I don't love the 5, but I mean, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. All right. We haven't taken any trades today yet. So we'll just have to, oh yeah, no, it's going north, eh? Northbound. Yeah, not much we can do. We just gotta wait for the candle to close here. There's 6.5 minutes for that. Alright. Do some stretching, do some movements. You know, it's always good to take your eyes off the chart. Move around a little. Do some pull-ups, do some squats, do some push-ups, you know, keep the blood flowing. Alright. Drink water, drink your coffee, whatever else you need. See if we can find out a bit more about what the Fed chair is going to be saying. It's basically talking about Corona. Nothing too crazy, just the usual. The usual. What is he testifying about, though? I've never seen a star before like that. Oh no. Interesting. Source released testimony text 17 hours earlier than scheduled. Oh, okay. Let's see. Settle reserve. Here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. It sounds pretty good. So it sounds like he's saying some good things and some bad things. I'm not 100% how this would affect gold, and they're talking about $2 trillion in funding, quite a bit. That's good because organizations and employers didn't have to get shut down. That's good. So this could be great for the US dollar, which again means gold would probably take a little sell off for that. So maybe that's the thing, you know. So if he's going to say something good about the US dollar, then, you know, there's a high probability that right now we're just setting up the market for that, right? We're setting up to sell off, okay? And what did I say? This 15 flipped. Look at that. Yeah, so we could definitely see a move down here coming up. Let's just take a look. Yeah, we'll have to see here. Gonna wait for the 15 to close still, because it could just be getting a wick down and then go back up. So really gotta wait it out. I'm not 100% convinced that we're going bearish just yet. You know, we have quite a bit of bullish pressure sitting in here. The cash is going wild. Yeah. So, and the way this 5-minute opened directly down. Does my cat not have food or something? Hi. Yeah, see what I mean? Gotta wait for that candle to close, baby. In 1 hour, how are we looking? Yeah. So, GJ, oh, look at that. Spike down even. Then rejection candle back up. Okay. How's silver doing today? Silver. Does anybody trade silver? I don't take trades often on silver, but I do like to chart it up. It can be pretty interesting. It's an interesting pair, for sure. For sure. Gold, yeah. You have to wait and see, my friends. As long as this 4 hour closes under, we can see a pull up, right? And then a continuation. You know. 15's trying. Yeah, let's wait for this close. All right, what do we got going on here? So 15 closed bearish. We gotta push down and push right back up, eh? Okay, interesting. So the 30 closed pretty good, but the way this 15, this new 30 just opened up immediately up. Anything come out? Oh, okay. We got some stuff here. Rate increases. Whoa. Interesting. How long goes this? At 8:20. Huh. Yeah, so this is getting respected. Is our mic on? Yeah, we're on. So, let's see what's going on. Interesting. Really interesting. Yeah, we're tapping here again. So now we're just kind of going sideways. It's messy, you know. It's messy when you're in something like this. I was looking for sells, but the way this just came up here like that just doesn't make anything worth it. I think I may take a small sell, kind of a, I don't know what I call it, but more of an impulse, knowing that this is. So if you see this zone here, it's a minor zone, right? But it's been respected twice in a way. And this is just grabbing liquidity for the next 30 minutes. So I'm going to take a small sell here. We'll just take a 0.20. Pop that on. Throw the stop just above this candle. We're looking at 28 pips. It's a bit much. I'm going to go on the 5 and see if I can lower that. Nah, not much else to put it off of. I may go on this one. 19 pips, 20 pips. Yeah, let's try that. Now, knowing that we're trying to see this, yeah, the 30-minute flip, 1 hour flip, just grabbing liquidity to start. You know, because this 15 closed so bearish, right, that it does, oh, this 5-minute just opened like a tank. That's a good sign. Yeah, this is kind of a formation I've seen before. 1 minute, you know, it bounces around. We can see if we can continue south here, which would mean as long as so I'll enter full risk if this 30-minute starts to actually push through. But again, so this candle, so this is going to be invalid now. So this candle here, this 15-minute candle showing a rejection of, you know, 45 pips here gives me great confidence. You know, we're downtrending. It closed under the EMA again. We have this one opened up down, then right back up. Kind of a liquidity grab. 30, you know, we have these 3 wicks now. As long as we can continue to push through, I don't see a reason why this, yeah, 1 hour, here we go. So we're already up 33 pips. So we can go stop to break even. Beauty. Let's go to the trade here. Okay, so we're up 28 pips. I'm actually gonna do. Why can't I? Oh, I don't know why I couldn't see that. I'm actually gonna close half right now on 32 pips, 33 pips. Oh wait, 37, 35. Let's close half. 37. All right, now we got a runner for the day. For the session, let's see, how are we looking on the 5? Okay, that's great. So if I see another pullback and I see another move, potentially we can enter again. Just waiting to see. Okay, so yeah, we may see a pull up into back into the 30s or even up to the 35 area. I think this is tank central though. I think we're about to tank even harder. Because I don't want this 15 to come in and close back within this range. So we do have another 5-minute candle. So I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to wait. As long as this 5-minute candle closes, whatever it is right now, kind of pretty bearish. Whatever the pullback is on the open of the next 5-minute, I think I can take another sell. anticipating that this 15 is going to close under, and same with the 30, right? Now, is this just grabbing a wick down before we stay back in the range? You know, that's a possibility too. You know, and that's why you have to close positions as well. Like, we were up 37 pips, now back down to 25, right? But we are at break even. Where's our entry? 35.39. Nice. Little sniper action, right? I like to see that. Let's grab a short position just for everybody who is joining the live stream. 35.39, is that what I said? 35.40. And we had a 20 pip stop on that other 5-minute wick. Yep, right there. So this is based off the 5 and the 15. And again, like I said, I am targeting from a higher time frame target. We are looking at, I would like 26. 1726 is what I'm aiming for on the day. So about there. So looking at a 4.5 to 1 risk reward. See this 5-minute. Oh yeah, gorgeous 5-minute candle. I'm actually going to take another entry here. As soon as, let me just see. Yeah, I'm going to take it here. 31 on the break. All right. So now where do we put this stop? Okay. So this stop is just going to be, where's our entry? So this stop's going to be above the 5, which will be at our break-even spot, which, yeah, is a lot, 35 pips. But, you know, we're anticipating that this isn't going to get touched again, right? So we'll just have to see how that goes. So this 5 minutes closing. Looks like we're closing under the zone. We should, yeah, even we might have a pullback. We could have gotten a better entry. I may actually load up one small time, the other half of the risk we already closed, right? And just see if there is something. If we do get a little bit of a pullback up, I think I'd like to enter again. Now we may just see a tank here. We're about to see. We may not have an entry, another entry. But as long as we get a, so again, 1 hour's flipped. 2 hours flipped, right? 4 hour, very bearish. Yeah, everything's tanking right now. GJ's tanking. All right. Yeah, so 4 hours is so bearish, right? As you can see here. So we're getting to our zones here coming up. I'm gonna take off the arrow. Shoot. All right. So yeah, this 5 minute looks good. I want to just keep breaking down. Beauty. All right. So we're up 50 pips, 42 pips on one position, 6 on the other. Again, I didn't see another entry point here. This 5 minute. Oh, we'll see. Let's see how the 15 closes, right? Ooh. 1 minute. Okay. No, we're all right. It's good. It's good, guys. I think we're about to drop really hard here in a minute. I don't see why we. It might tank in this this candle another 40 pips. I don't see why we shouldn't. Right. Okay. So our second position is 31.81. So we'll throw horizontal raid just so we know. 31.81. Alright, somewhere there. Look at that. 29. Alright, we're looking at 70 pips total combined. If you look in the top right. How do you do this? Top right. Beauty. 23 pips on our second position. So because this is a lower, it's a bigger position and it's lower, we're going to close 20 pips here. We're going to close another half of this position. Oh, wait. 0.08. Beauty. Close another 50 pips of that, and then we're done for the day. Okay, guys? This is where now I just leave this to run all day. If it goes 100 pips, it goes 100 pips. We're on a 2 micro left. Again, not a huge deal if it comes and takes me out. We're gonna just modify that one more time. Stop loss. So we're in at 35.40. So I like to make sure it still ends as a blue number. In case it does get slipped, I usually try to go like 0.2, like 2 pips above my entry or below my entry, wherever it is. That way it takes me out, yeah, with like 40 cents, right? Not a big deal. All right, so let's look at the history for the day. Today, okay, beauty. 2 trades so far, a 0.2 lot, 2 micro, or 2 mini rather, for $33, and then we had 0.18 of our total closed. That's why I love MT5. It shows you for 77 for a total of 108 profit on the day. Well, 111 minus commissions, 108 on the day. Beauty, man. That's all you need every day, guys. You don't need anything crazy. This is how you build a small account, okay? Small risk, big reward. I risked about initially 20 pips, like we talked about, right? So let's just break it down again. How did we get this sell? How I talked about it all morning, what I was waiting for. Look at that, it's just going. Beauty. How I talked about it all morning, and you know, now we're in the money, right? So stops are actually break even. So we can do that. You know, and it was a 4.5 risk reward, right? So it was worth it. So what was the analysis? Let's break it down again, okay? We've been downtrending all night. All right, clear downtrend. Just probably, what is this? 100 something pips, 150 pips from the break of this zone here, right? We talked about it on the 1 hour. We've had this counter trend for 2 days, right? We had this little counter trend for 2 days, like, yeah, zigzagging between there, kind of a wedge. Break that, beauty, tank. Okay, we missed that. I don't trade London. Okay, that's not a big deal. But we know, oh, here we go, man. Here we go. What are we at? 63, 64 pips now on the position. Love to see that. Nice to see $13 on a 2 micro. You know, it's cool. This could go another 100 pips, which is, you know, I'm always down for, right? Like I said, I do have long-term targets of 1,700, so that's wonderful to see. Anyways, so we've been downtrending all night. Okay. Clear structure, clear lower highs, lower lows on the 50, on any time frame really. Low, lower high, you know, continue to break each zone, break, okay? And then we said, okay, 1 hour, 7 o'clock closed bullish, but pretty weak, kind of a spinning doji type, but still bullish, okay? So this is the new low. We want a new lower high to be created, whether it's on a lower time frame or not, so that we can take a sell and continue down, okay? So on the 15, what did we say? We said there is this, if we do look on the 5, actually, sorry. Let's go to the 5 for a second. You can see this clear structure. It broke through. Let's just grab our brush here. So it broke through this zone, okay? And this is a zone that got respected and jumped like 70 pips from overnight, okay? This is the London attempt push up, the liquidity grab. For the rest of the push down, right? So New York session, what are we doing? We're looking for, can we get, like I said, gold likes to retrace, create a new lower high, and we continue down. Okay? So we have this zone here, broken at 6:45 a.m. New support created. So this is that 7 o'clock candle being created. There's the candle created, okay? Then 8 a.m., the 30-minute pushed up. And on the 15, look at that. Wow, you'd think, looking at this candle, this 15-minute candle, if you didn't see the rest of what's going on, you'd think, okay, this is buys now. A lot of people be getting into buys. Yeah, so you could have taken buys. Stops under 25 pips, and you maybe get 28. But are you going to get out right here? You think it's reversing, yada, yada. We know the trend. We know what we're looking for. We had a bearish bias all morning. Okay, you got to stick to your bias. Stick to your plan. So, what did I say? I said if this 15 closes bearish, I think it's a great indicator that for a sell, especially with a wick like that. A 27 pip wick, Wonderful on gold, okay? So this closed bearish. Then 8:30. This is so now we're at the 8. So now we go to the half hour. We see how did the half hour close? The half hour closed bearish with a pretty big rejection wick. Yes, it didn't close under this bullish candle, but again, we're downtrending. We know the trend. We know where we're trying to go. 8:30 opened with an immediate push down and push up, okay? Now this 5-minute candle, I'm sure scares a lot of people because they think, oh, it's buys, it's respecting the support. Wrong, because this is a 5-minute. You know, you can't trust it. For me, if anything, it confirms my selling bias because we pushed up, but we didn't close above this zone. So it's again just showing me that this zone is a key area of contention where price didn't want to respect either way. Okay? Sorry. It only respected it each way. As support here, it's respected as resistance once, resistance twice, and we get that one last push before the 8:30 push down. Knowing, again, that this candle already closed very bearish with a big wick. And this is like an EMA / one last grab. And that's why I did an impulse sell right here. Right on the close. Expecting, you know, again, I know gold. So gold, it could have gone maybe, you know, 8, 9. But as long as I would have closed as soon as it starts to get into here. Because, I mean, it could do one last grab and then a rejection. But knowing we've already kind of rejected twice, it was like, okay, this is like... It's less likely to really try to grab one big wick already. It already grabbed the big wick right here on this candle, in my view, okay? We take the sell. Let's just go in the 15. We took it based off the 15, right? And off the 30. So, oh shoot. Is this stuck here now? Stop level. Just so we can move it. Okay, so our stops. So how do we place our stops? Because this 15-minute candle is huge, I don't want to place it all the way up here because if it's halfway up into here, then my trade becomes invalid because then this is pretty bullish and the 30-minute would be bullish, engulfing, who knows, right? So that's a bit too high of a stop. I don't like anything over a 20 pip stop, personally. So we went to the 5, and I thought, okay, as long as this wick right here is respected, because you can see how it lines up right here. If this next candle, this 5-minute candle, 8:35, was to come up all the way up to here, I don't think that this trade's valid anymore because now we're making a bullish variation to continue north. Because if you look at it, it'd be a 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, and then we're actually going, see, 1 tap, so 1 tap, 2 tap, sorry, 2 tap, 3 tap, see this wick, right? And then we'd be continuing up. So if we get into this zone here, for me, the trade would have been invalid because then I'd actually be looking for a retest of this zone and then continue buys up into the 1740 area. But that's not what happened. But that's how we place the stop to give us a better risk reward and still making the trade valid, right? So 20 pip stop for a 86 pip gain. Now we did close, so where did we close our positions? At 30 and 31, okay? So it was more of a 2.6. Got about 50 pips. But we are allowing full risk, or not full risk, sorry, this last runner to go as far as it will. I'm not going to have even a TP at like 86. I'm just going to let it run for the day. 4 hour looking gorgeous. We definitely could see another 15, 20, or sorry, not 15, 20, another $5, $10 push into anywhere. Like, that's the crazy thing about where gold is right now. Like, look at this. We got this wick to potentially fill, and even crazier again, this wick to fill, partially at least. But this is 1717. Would not be surprised if the gold goes there today at all. And again, this has just been something I've been mapping out for the whole week. Gold coming to this zone. Even as of last week too, we broke this zone here. It's just simple structure, guys. We're downtrending. We broke the counter trend, right? Because we know we're kind of downtrending from up here, the 1900s. Breakthrough. Double tap. Boom. Third tap. Unfortunately, I missed the sell here, man. I had sells in mind and I just didn't take them, and I actually ended up taking sells on the way down. But that's just kind of the structure we've seen, right? The daily structure. We're broke this zone, lower highs, lower lows, lower low, lower high, lower low, boom. We're making a new low, right? So it's just textbook technical analysis, this, that, and I'm done my trading day. And I entered. When did I enter? I entered on 8:35, 5-minute candle, right? And it is currently, well, I closed it at about 8:45 on the 15 close. So, you know, look at this, 2 beautiful 15-minute closes. So now, yeah, gold might retrace a little bit up. We could see a retest again of the 1730 rather, and then a continuation down. But we ended up closing this position. So the second position we took, because it was much lower, that's why I closed it, you know, only 20 pips on that, because it was more of an impulse on the break, adding a continuation. So I could hold it, but there's a lot higher chance that it retraces to that entry, and then that trade would be a loss anyways, or a break even. So my better entry is the one that I leave a runner on, right? Let's break it down on the 15. So we had an entry, let's look at the, so we had an entry here, the initial entry, with risk above 20 pips, something like that, right? The initial risk. And we continue down, we closed about at 1730, okay? About 52 pips closed. The second entry was on the break of this zone, right? At 1731.81 is where we entered. Okay, so since we're on the break, we don't want to risk as much because there's a higher chance that now one of these candles, as structure continues, you know, this might just keep tanking. That's the thing, you don't know with gold. But once it creates some support, it may want to come up and retest this zone that it broke, right? Broke this zone, created support, has to retest it before continuing down. So it's the same concept as whenever it creates the new low, it's going to want to create a lower high. So this position being right here has a much higher chance of, once I throw it to break even, of getting taken out. But this position here, unless gold reverses on the day and we're changing the trend, you know, there's a much, much lower chance of it getting hit today. So that's just the trade. And as you can see, it's just beautiful running. 69 pips. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's just kind of what we're looking at for the day. And hopefully somebody caught that trade with me. Alrighty, so I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. That's the beauty of it, you know. I'm done my trades for the day. I got stuff to do. Gonna get out into the world, do what I gotta do. All right. But hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you tomorrow, same time, 7:30. I'll try to throw it up a bit earlier tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. So, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are the key trading days. And yeah, let's just see where gold ends up. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.